Hello friends, welcome back to Movie On. Today I will talk about an Australian horror movie called Wormwood that was released in 2014. So the movie starts with a mechanic named Barry, who lives with his family, which includes his wife Annie and his daughter Megan in Australia. Barry also has a sister named Brooke, and she's a makeup artist. Brooke was doing makeup of a client, and she also had a photographer with her. But suddenly the eyes of her client became pale white, and she started to act strange, and she turned into a zombie. She attacked the photographer, and Brooke was trying to save her. Then the zombie also attacked Brooke. Brooke saved herself and went upstairs. But the zombie saw that the photographer was there, so she killed her first. Brooke got so scared and dropped a hook on the zombie. As a result, the zombie got stuck on the hook, and Brooke noticed that the photographer also turned into a zombie. Brooke killed her too, and then called her brother Barry and told him that something very strange is going on with her. And she asked him to take her from here. Right then, Barry's daughter came there and said there was someone in the kitchen. Then Barry went to the kitchen and told the man to go away. But the man instantly attacked Barry because that man was also infected. And this man was a zombie. So Annie stabbed him with an axe. So she left Barry, and Barry cut his head off with that axe. And then Barry was thinking about going to his sister. So he went out with his wife and daughter in the car. They saw so many zombies on the road, but he turned the speed up. On the other side, Brooke was hiding, and there came 2 military officers, and they killed those zombies. Then they called Brooke to come down. Then those officers took blood samples from Brooke, and she was returning to normal. She understood that those officers were there to help her, but they made her unconscious and took her with them. And then it was morning. Barry was with his family in the car. Then Barry's daughter suddenly became so sick and turned into a zombie. Barry stopped the car and came out of the car with his wife. Then his wife also started to vomit because she was infected too. Barry got so scared for his family. Then Annie said they should go forward. They went a little farther, but then Annie said she was infected too, and told Barry to kill her and his daughter. Barry loved his family so much, so he hugged Annie and started crying. And then Annie turned into a zombie and attacked Barry. Even though he didn't want to, he had to kill his wife and daughter. And he tried to kill himself, but there was no bullet left, so he couldn't kill himself. On the other hand, those army officers tied Brooke in a room. And in that room, there were so many infected people. And then a doctor came there who was researching on these infected people. The doctor took blood from a zombie and then injected the blood inside of Brooke's body, and Brooke went unconscious. In the next scene, Barry was so sad. Then someone came there and pointed a gun toward Barry. But he didn't do anything because he was normal. But Barry was so upset about the death of his family that he tried to kill himself with that gun. And then, somehow, the man stopped him. And then some zombie came there, and Barry killed them with the gun. Then the man said to Barry that killing yourself is not going to help, because they could die any moment by the zombies. But Barry was not agreeing with him. Then the man made him unconscious and took Barry with him. And then, when he woke up, he discovered himself on a truck. Then he fought with the man and stopped the truck. Then the man tried to make him understand, and Barry told him to take him to his sister. And they started driving to go there. But suddenly their car stopped in the middle of the road, and zombies came there, but Barry killed them and tried to fix the car. Then they heard the sound of a gunfire from the forest, and a guy called Benny shot at his friend and he died. Then Barry told them that he was not a zombie, he was a human. Then the man asks for forgiveness, and then the zombies came there too and attacked on them. But both of them killed all the zombies. On the other side, Brooke woke up, and a doctor was there. Then a light started blinking in someone's neck. Then the doctor killed him, and then again he injected the zombie's blood inside Brooke. He told her that he will do this for 5 more times, and then she will become a zombie too. On the other side, Barry and Benny came to a garage, and there were so many zombies. Then they saw a man at the room of the garage. Then Benny asked him to let them in. He told them to call the zombies toward them, and then get inside. They did the exact same and went inside the garage. There, they met another 2 people named Frank and McLaughlin. Barry told them that they can use the tires to get out of there. Then Frank told him that none of the fuel is working for the infection, and Frank kept his zombified friend in the freezer and tied him with a chain. Then all of them started to smoke there. Then McLaughlin throws his cigarette away, and it dropped on the blood of the zombies. And then the blood lit on fire. Then everyone realized that the blood of the zombies is flammable, and so they can make fuel out of the blood. Then they took out the zombie from the freezer and tried to run the motor with its blood, and now they just need a car, which is kept outside the garage. So they make armor and went outside wearing the armor. When they went outside, all the zombies attacked them, but they killed all the zombies and got the car. But this time McLaughlin was bitten by a zombie, and instantly he turned into a zombie. And then all of them tied him in a chair and used his blood as the fuel of their car. And then they got out of there. On the other side, Brooke noticed that, as a result of the research, she could control the zombies. Then the army came there with a zombie, and then Brooke controlled that zombie and made him attack on the army. But the army was able to get back control on the zombie. But Brooke controlled the zombie again and stole a knife. The army tied that zombie and left. And Barry and Benny and Frank were driving, and suddenly their car stopped. Then they caught a zombie and used its blood to run the car. Then they started driving again. And then at night, they got to know that at night the blood of zombies don't work. That's why their car stopped there and it was not starting. So they had to pass the night there. Then Frank told them that there's a kind of a star called a wormwood, which is written in the Bible, and it will spread a disease. And this is the disease. Then Benny said that once he went to the forest with his brothers, and they camped there at night. Then they saw so many shooting stars. The next morning, his brothers turned into zombies, and he had to shoot them. And then Barry woke up after a nightmare and shot a zombie. As a result, the hand of the zombie caught on fire. Then the zombie touched the car with its burning hand, and as a result, the car caught on fire too. And then Benny went outside and started killing those zombies and stopped the fire. But suddenly, a zombie attacked Frank, and he got infected too. So he asked Barry to shoot him, and realizing everything, he killed Frank. On the other side, Brooke controlled the zombie and used the knife to cut off the rope, and Benny and Barry kept going. And then a military truck came in front of them. 2 army guys came out of the truck and told them that the city you're going to is totally destroyed. It won't be beneficial to go there. Then Barry told them about his sister. Then the army said they have already rescued all the normal people from there, and they should come with them too. Then Barry agreed with them and started following them. Then Barry told him that, I think something is not right. I don't trust them. On the other side, Brooke controlled the zombie and made him attack the doctor, and the doctor killed the zombie. Then the doctor went to Brooke and tried to kill her. But then, Brooke controlled another zombie and attacked the doctor. And then the doctor got infected, and he got so scared looking at his infected finger. Then he cuts off a part of his hand to stop the infection from spreading. Then he went to kill Brooke, but then the doctor turned into a zombie too, and Brooke also controlled him. And she used him to cut off the ropes and made her hands free, and killed him with her gun. Then the doctor died. And then when she came outside, she noticed that she was in a truck, and her brother was in the back of that truck, which means all of the research was happening inside this truck, and Brooke was kept in this truck. Barry became so happy to see his sister, and called her in their car. But then some army men attacked them, and they sped up the car to save their lives, and they ran away from the army. But after some time their car stopped again, because they were out of zombies, meaning they were out of fuel. And then Brooke controlled the zombie and took him to the car. Barry and Benny got so surprised at how Brooke is controlling the zombie. But right then, the army came there and shot Benny, and then Benny and Brooke ran away from them to save their lives. Brooke was getting sick and they stopped the car. Then they went to the forest, and Brooke started to vomit. And then he told his brother that now she will become a zombie too, and told him to kill her. Then Barry said he has already lost his daughter and wife, and he doesn't want to lose his sister. Right then, the army came and took Barry and Brooke with them to kill them. First, they took Brooke to kill her. Then Barry asks Benny for the matchbox so he can destroy the car to make them distracted. But the matchbox fell under the car. Barry was not able to reach the matchbox. To save Brooke, Benny went to a zombie on his own and got bitten by it, and then turned into a zombie. When the army was about to kill Brooke, then Brooke controlled Benny and made him shoot the army, and the army died. But one of them was left alive, and he killed Benny. Then Brooke called the zombies near her, but the army shot Brooke. Watching his own sister dying in front of him, Barry got so angry, and he had a rough fight with the army. Then, an army man shoots a zombie, and his blood gets on the army guy's face. Then the army went to kill Barry, but Barry knew that the blood of the zombie was flammable, and so he throws a matchstick in his face, and his face lights on fire. And then Barry noticed that his sister Brooke was still alive, and he became so happy. Then Brooke controlled all the zombies and attacked on the army. Then all the army guys died. Then, Brooke and Barry planned to kill all the army in the city, because they were researching on innocent people. Then both of them stopped the army car and controlled the zombies to attack on them. And the movie ends here. So friends, to know more about interesting movies like this one, do subscribe to this channel, and I will get back to you with another explanation. Till then, stay safe, stay well, ta-ta, bye-bye, thanks.